It's just been the biggest fire I've ever seen in my life.
In the glittering world of Hollywood, where stars shine brightest, nature's fury can extinguish even the most radiant lights. Today, we unveil the heartbreaking stories of those claimed by Los Angeles's most devastating wildfire. We've got a massive fire up here, with extreme winds right now, warned Fire Chief Michael Anderson.
All these cars are abandoned. We got to move them out because emergency vehicles need to get up the hill, especially to the highlands.
His voice carrying the weight of urgency. It's crucial for everyone to help each other, to unite as one community. Forget about material possessions. Just get your loved ones and evacuate immediately. While some celebrities like Eugene Levy and Mark Hamill managed to escape, leaving their multi-million-dollar mansions to burn, others weren't as fortunate. The inferno showed no mercy, consuming everything in its path. Through the darkness, desperate footsteps echoed, final phone calls were cut short, and dreams turned to ash. Among the devastating losses, the story of Dallas Curry, the legendary Hollywood actress, stands as a haunting reminder of nature's brutality. At 95, she faced her final curtain call, not under spotlights, but in the merciless embrace of the Eaton fire at her Altadena home. Dallas Kelly, Curry's granddaughter, shared the heartbreaking details of her grandmother's stubborn resolve. Mama D always said her home was her fortress, Kelly revealed, fighting back tears. She'd weathered so many storms in life, she believed this fire couldn't touch her sanctuary. As the Santa Ana winds fueled the inferno, Kelly's frantic search became a nightmare. Evacuation centers, emergency calls, desperate texts, all led nowhere. The roads to Altadena became impassable, transformed into corridors of flame and smoke. For 5 agonizing days, hope dimmed like a dying ember. On January 12th, firefighters made the grim discovery among the ruins. All that remained of Dallas Curry's legacy was her cherished blue Cadillac, standing as a silent sentinel amid the devastation. The once vibrant home that held decades of memories had been reduced to whispers in the wind, taking with it one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Standing amidst the ruins, Kelly's voice trembles as she surveys what remains of her grandmother's once magnificent estate. The scene before her is haunting. Charred wooden beams reach toward the sky like skeletal fingers, while collapsed walls tell silent stories of a life extinguished too soon. We begged for help, desperately pleaded for faster action, Kelly recalls, her voice raw with emotion, but nothing came quickly enough to save my grandmother. The pain in her words echoes the sentiments of countless families affected by this catastrophe, highlighting the devastating gaps in emergency response systems. Dallas Mama D. Curry wasn't just another Hollywood star. She was a beacon of light during Tinseltown's golden era. Her family plans to honor her extraordinary legacy with a memorial that celebrates not just her cinematic achievements, but her role as the cornerstone of their family. She guided us through our darkest times, Kelly shares, always putting family first. The loss of Dallas Curry serves as a stark reminder of humanity's vulnerability against nature's fury. As climate change intensifies and environmental management falters, these wildfires have become more than natural phenomena. They're warning signs of a future we must prevent. Another soul claimed by the inferno was Rory Cumes, whose story of resilience touched countless lives. Despite battling blindness and cerebral palsy, Rory's spirit remained unbroken until the very end. His final words to his mother, Shelley, were filled with courage. "This is where all our family memories are. I can't leave it behind." Shelley's desperate attempt to save her son became a heart-wrenching race against time. After securing her beloved peacocks in her car, she rushed to the nearest fire station, only to receive the devastating news. The flames had already claimed both her home and her son. Standing before the ashes of their life together, Shelley's grief echoes through the charred remains of what was once a sanctuary of love and perseverance. Through tears and determination, Shelley's voice resonates with unwavering resolve. "I will rebuild this house," she declares, her hands trembling but her spirit unbroken. "I'll make it more beautiful than ever before, creating a sanctuary where Rory's spirit can rest in peace." Though the wound remains raw, Shelley channels her grief into purpose, vowing to establish a memorial space that captures her son's extraordinary essence. Rory Cumes wasn't just another victim of the devastating wildfire. He was a beacon of resilience in a world that constantly tested his limits. Born with blindness and cerebral palsy, Rory transformed what many would see as insurmountable challenges into stepping stones of triumph. His daily battles required not just patience, but an unwavering spirit that inspired everyone around him. Before the merciless flames claimed their 17-acre property in Palisade, Southern California, Rory had already left an indelible mark on countless lives. As the founder of Happy Charity, an organization he established with his mother, Rory dedicated himself to uplifting others facing similar challenges. His philosophy was simple yet profound. Each sunrise brought new opportunities to spread joy and create meaningful change. The Palisades wildfire struck without discrimination, reducing years of memories to ash in mere hours. Yet even as the flames consumed their physical home, they couldn't erase the legacy of courage, compassion, and resilience that Rory built throughout his life. His story serves as a powerful reminder of life's unpredictability and the importance of living each moment with purpose. While Rory's story ended in tragedy, some Hollywood residents narrowly escaped the inferno's wrath. Eugene Levy, the beloved star of Schitt's Creek, faced his own brush with death on January 7th, when the wildfire threatened his $3 million Pacific Palisades estate. The prestigious neighborhood, once a symbol of luxury and security, transformed into a battleground between human resilience and nature's raw power. These stories, whether ending in survival or tragedy, underscore a brutal truth about life in Southern California's paradise. Nature's fury shows no regard for wealth, status, or human determination. Each tale adds to a tapestry of loss, survival, and the indomitable spirit that defines those who call this beautiful but dangerous region home. Eugene Levy's $9 million Pacific Palisades mansion now stands as a testament to nature's destructive power. While the structure was completely devoured by flames, the story of his family's escape serves as a breathtaking reminder of survival against impossible odds. That morning felt surreal in its normalcy, Levy recalled to the Los Angeles Times. The sunlight was gentle, coffee was brewing, and birds were singing in our yard. It was impossible to imagine that within hours, our world would be turned upside down. The Santa Ana winds transformed a manageable fire into an unstoppable force. A neighbor's frantic call shattered their peaceful morning. "Get out now, the fire's coming." In those crucial moments, the family grabbed what they could, only to face an apocalyptic scene outside. A sky transformed into a suffocating blanket of black smoke. The Pacific Palisades I knew vanished in minutes, Levy described, his voice trembling. The smoke was so thick I couldn't see past our car's hood. The acrid smell of burning, it's something that haunts me still. Their escape route became a terrifying gridlock of desperate residents, all fighting to outrun the approaching inferno. The family's ordeal reached its peak when they witnessed a car ahead stall, its driver abandoning everything to flee on foot. That moment crystallized our vulnerability, Levy shared. The heat was so intense, our windshield felt ready to shatter. Trees beside us were exploding into flames. I looked at my family's faces and saw my own fear reflected in their eyes. Just as hope seemed lost, emergency responders emerged through the smoke like guardian angels. Their arrival opened a crucial escape route, guiding trapped residents to safety. Those flashing lights, they were the most beautiful sight I'd ever seen, Levy recalled, emotion thick in his voice. Though their home was reduced to ashes, taking with it generations of memories and irreplaceable belongings, Levy's perspective remains remarkably grounded. We lost everything material, but we gained a profound appreciation for life itself, he reflected. Now temporarily housed with friends, the actor has channeled his experience into supporting other affected families, proving that even in darkness, Hollywood's spirit of community shines through. A house can be rebuilt, Levy concluded, but the gift of survival, of having my family safe beside me, that's worth more than any Emmy or mansion could ever be. The devastating wildfires not only consumed homes, but shattered countless lives, leaving an indelible mark on the Hollywood community. Eugene Levy, his voice heavy with emotion, emphasized the importance of supporting those who lost everything. We must stand together, stronger than ever, to help rebuild what nature has taken from us. Star Wars legend Mark Hamill faced his own battle with the merciless flames when evacuation orders forced him to abandon his beloved Malibu sanctuary. His harrowing Instagram post painted a vivid picture of survival. Small fires erupted like angry spirits on both sides of the road. This wildfire surpassed even the horrors I witnessed in '93. That fateful evening, the Hamill family had mere minutes to gather their most precious possessions. The emergency alert's harsh tone still echoes in my mind, Mark recalled. We grabbed essential documents, irreplaceable family photos, and our terrified dog. Everything else became secondary to survival. The usually scenic Pacific Coast Highway transformed into an apocalyptic gauntlet. Mark described navigating through thick smoke while his wife Marilu clutched their trembling dog, desperately refreshing her phone for updates. The crackling flames, the suffocating smoke, the otherworldly crimson glow. It felt like driving through hell itself. Hamill shared, his voice breaking with emotion. For Hamill, this evacuation stirred memories of the devastating 1993 Malibu fires. Back then, I was younger, more resilient. But now, with a family depending on me, the weight of responsibility made every decision feel monumentally crucial. The actor's voice carried the heavy burden of protecting his loved ones while watching his sanctuary succumb to nature's fury. Despite personal losses, Hamill's gratitude for first responders shone through. While we fled to safety, these brave souls charged into the inferno. They're the real heroes of this tragedy. His social media became a platform for rallying support for relief organizations and affected families, transforming personal trauma into community action. The experience left Hamill with a stark realization about climate change's impact. These aren't just isolated incidents anymore, he warned. The frequency and intensity of these fires should serve as a wake-up call. We must act now to protect our future generations from an increasingly hostile environment. As the smoke cleared, Hamill's message resonated with hope and resilience. Together, we can transform this tragedy into triumph. Let's unite to rebuild not just our homes, but our commitment to protecting the world we cherish. His words echo the sentiment of a community determined to rise stronger from the ashes of devastation. Meanwhile, as Los Angeles grappled with its worst wildfire season, another Hollywood veteran, Steve Gutenberg, emerged as a beacon of hope. In the heart of the inferno, Steve Gutenberg transformed from a Hollywood star into a guardian angel. While others fled, he chose to stand his ground, becoming an unexpected hero in one of LA's darkest hours. When emergency alerts blared through Pacific Palisades, warning of an uncontrollable wildfire, Steve faced a critical decision. The neighborhood's main evacuation route, Palisades Drive, had become a nightmare of gridlocked vehicles and panicked residents. The scene was apocalyptic, Steve recalled during a live broadcast. Thousands of people trapped, smoke everywhere, and the fire getting closer by the minute. Rather than focusing solely on his escape, Steve's humanity shone through.
But I have friends up there right now, and they can't evacuate because it's stuck on Palisades Drive.
I had friends stuck on Palisades Drive, completely immobilized, he shared, his voice thick with emotion. I couldn't just leave them there.
Here on Palisades Drive, if anybody has a car and they leave their car, leave the keys in the car so that we can move your car so that these fire trucks can get up Palisades Drive.
His quick thinking led to an ingenious solution, urging people to leave their keys in abandoned vehicles so others could help clear the evacuation routes.
Really need people to move their cars. So if you leave your car in Palisades Drive, leave the key in there so a guy like me can move your cars and get them up there so that these fire trucks can get up there. It's really, really important.
Walking into the smoke-filled chaos, illuminated by the hellish glow of approaching flames, Steve worked tirelessly to clear the gridlock. The smoke was so thick at times, I couldn't see my own hands, he remembered.
So we're trying to clear Palisade Drive, and I'm walking up there as far as I can, moving cars.
But every car we moved could mean another life saved.
There are families up there. There are pets up there. There are people who really need help.
His actions sparked a chain reaction of compassion as others joined his efforts to clear the roads. Steve's leadership transformed a scene of panic into one of coordinated effort.
And it's really important for people to help each other. It's really important for everybody to band together. And don't worry about your personal property. Just get out.
Forget about material things, he urged through social media. Focus on saving lives and helping others. His words resonated deeply, inspiring strangers to unite in the face of disaster. The sight of people working together despite their own fear became a powerful testament to human resilience. Even after reaching safety, Steve continued his mission, using his platform to coordinate relief efforts and support affected families. This isn't just about surviving a wildfire, he emphasized. It's about rediscovering our shared humanity. His profound gratitude for firefighters and first responders became a rallying cry for community support. Steve Gutenberg's actions that night transcended celebrity status, embodying the true spirit of heroism. His story stands as a powerful reminder that in our darkest moments, ordinary people can rise to extraordinary heights. Let's use this tragedy as motivation to build a stronger, more united community, he urged.
All these cars are abandoned. We got to move them out because emergency vehicles need to get up the hill, especially to the highlands.
His words echoing through the hearts of those who witnessed his courage. As Steve's story of heroism unfolded, another Hollywood veteran, James Woods, faced his own desperate fight for survival. The Oscar-nominated actor had meticulously prepared his property for potential fires, installing remote-controlled sprinklers and clearing brush. Yet, nature's fury would prove that even the most careful preparations can falter in the face of unprecedented disaster. In the pitch-black darkness, James Woods found himself in a life-or-death struggle against nature's fury. Thick, acrid smoke enveloped his vehicle, transforming familiar roads into a treacherous maze. The veteran actor's voice trembled as he later recounted, "The flames danced along the roadside like demonic figures, threatening to cut off every escape route." "We didn't have much time," Woods recalled, his eyes reflecting the terror of that night. The massive wall of fire seemed to chase our car like a predator hunting its prey. On the highway, thousands of desperate evacuees created massive traffic jams, each vehicle carrying frightened families seeking safety from the approaching inferno. Despite his own perilous situation, Woods took on the role of digital guardian angel. Through social media, he shared real-time updates, posting dramatic images of the encroaching flames. "Don't take any risks by staying," he pleaded with his followers. "Leave while you still can. Every second counts." In the midst of chaos, Woods didn't shy away from controversial statements. When criticized for his skepticism about climate change's role in the disaster, he responded firmly, "This isn't a climate issue, it's a management issue." His words sparked heated debates across social media platforms, highlighting the complex intersection of natural disasters and political discourse. The actor's frustration peaked when he revealed a shocking detail. A major insurance company had canceled all policies in his area just months before the catastrophe. "We did everything humanly possible to protect our home," he shared, bitterness evident in his voice. "But the larger system abandoned us when we needed it most." As winds reached apocalyptic speeds of up to 100 or 100 km/h, Woods and his family managed to escape. However, the actor's thoughts remained with those left behind. "I know many families haven't managed to leave yet," he shared, his voice heavy with concern. "Every minute they spend there is a gamble with their lives." In the aftermath, Woods continued using his platform to advocate for change. "We need to revolutionize how we manage forests and water resources," he asserted. "This isn't the first catastrophe, and without significant changes, it won't be the last." His experience became a powerful testament to both human resilience and systemic vulnerabilities in disaster management. As the smoke cleared, another controversial aspect of the disaster emerged. While some fought for survival, celebrities like Kim Kardashian faced public outrage for excessive water usage during California's severe drought. Reports revealed Kardashian's $60 million mansion in the Oaks consumed over 232,000 gallons above the permitted limit, highlighting a stark contrast between Hollywood's elite and those battling nature's fury. While working-class residents faced the devastating threat of wildfires, a stark contrast emerged in how the wealthy managed resources. Kim Kardashian's Hidden Hills mansion drew fierce criticism for consuming over 232,000 gallons above water limits during California's severe drought. This extravagant usage painted a troubling picture of privilege amid crisis. Similarly, Sylvester Stallone found himself under scrutiny for disregarding water conservation rules in his luxurious California estate. Despite incurring substantial fines, the action star continued excessive water usage, while neighboring residents couldn't even water their gardens. However, fate had different plans when the wildfire threatened his property, proving that nature's fury recognizes no status. As flames approached Stallone's mansion, the actor faced a sobering reality. His wealth and influence offered no protection against the advancing inferno. In those moments, a close friend revealed, Sly realized that all the money in the world couldn't stop nature's wrath. The experience transformed him from a criticized figure to another vulnerable soul in the path of destruction. Kevin Hart's journey through this crisis took a different path. Initially criticized for water waste during the drought, the comedian demonstrated remarkable growth. Unlike his peers, Hart quickly acknowledged his responsibility, installing water-saving systems and becoming an advocate for resource conservation. "We can't ignore our impact on the environment," Hart stated during a benefit event. "Change starts with acknowledging our mistakes." The wildfire crisis exposed a troubling reality of modern society: the vast disparity between those who could afford private firefighting services and those who couldn't. While celebrities protected their estates with premium services, ordinary citizens watched helplessly as flames devoured their life's work. This stark contrast highlighted how natural disasters disproportionately affect different social classes. In the end, the wildfires proved to be a great equalizer. $1-million mansions burned alongside modest homes, and celebrity status offered no immunity from nature's devastation. The inferno left an indelible mark on the Hollywood community, forcing many to confront their own vulnerability and reassess their relationship with environmental responsibility. As the smoke cleared, the true cost became apparent. Beyond the charred ruins of luxury estates lay shattered dreams and profound lessons about humanity's place in nature's hierarchy. The crisis served as a powerful reminder that in the face of natural disasters, our shared vulnerability far outweighs our social divisions. Despite their wealth and influence, Hollywood's elite discovered a harsh truth: money holds no power against nature's fury. Multi-million-dollar security systems, private firefighting teams, and fortress-like mansions proved futile in the face of an unstoppable inferno. As the flames subsided and smoke cleared, survivors faced a transformed landscape that challenged everything they knew. Luxury cars melted into twisted metal, pristine swimming pools filled with ash, and priceless art collections vanished into the wind. The disaster served as a stark reminder that nature recognizes no social hierarchy. The aftermath brought profound realizations to Hollywood's community. Those who once thought themselves untouchable now understood their vulnerability. "It's a wake-up call," shared a prominent industry executive who wished to remain anonymous. "When you're watching everything you've built turn to ash, you realize what truly matters." In the wake of devastation, a new spirit of unity emerged. Celebrity survivors began channeling their resources into community rebuilding efforts, environmental protection, and improved emergency response systems. The tragedy transformed competitors into collaborators, as the entertainment industry united to support those who lost everything. As we reflect on these haunting stories of loss and survival, one truth becomes clear. In nature's grand design, we're all equally vulnerable. Let these tales serve as both a warning and a call to action for future generations.